What's up, you guys? My name is Teeday Tiffany. Welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I want to talk about the struggles of being an introvert. And I also want to give some of my personal tips as to how I'm learning. And I'm saying learning because it's a continual thing. So from time to time, I still have to remind myself of why I need to do this, and I keep pushing forward. I'm claiming to be an introvert, but in actuality, I am an ambivert. An ambivert is like a mixture of extrovert and introvert. And although I have some extroverted ways, I am definitely more dominant with being an introvert. I'm super social, bubbly, and all of that, but after a while, I can give so much of my energy to people around me that I feel drained and I just want to run away and hide. Yes, I do want to be invited. Like most true introverts don't. Like, don't invite me. I don't want to come. Even if I say I'm coming, I'm not coming. I'm going to find a way to back out at the last minute. Me, on the other hand, I want to get invited. And yes, I will come. But once I come, I am completely drained. And I beat myself up, especially if I'm too social with people. I overanalyze everything. I'm talking within my head, and I'm not talking about judging people. Like, I judge myself. Let's just say you meet me on the job, you meet me at school, in college, whatever. Like, I'm one of those friends that is just like your best friend at school, at work, or whatever. Just don't try to come home with me. Because that's where my boundaries are. Like, I love my personal space, my privacy so much that I don't just let anybody enter. I will be nice to you, I will talk to you, but I'm very selective with the people that I bring into my atmosphere. Like, this is the way I live, this is who I am, and you know, that's where my introvertness really takes off. Anybody who knows me personally knows that I do not play about my personal life. You may feel like this is not important, but for me, through experience, I've learned that this is one of the most important steps. It is like the first step and one of the most important steps. And that's learning to love yourself. How do you learn to love yourself? You get to know yourself. You evaluate yourself. You evaluate yourself more often. And I'm not talking about like, oh, what you think about yourself, and you know, be real with who you are. That's your flaws and all. Once you learn who you are, the things about you that you like versus the things about you that you don't like, guess what? You embrace the things about you and enhance the things about you that you like. And the things you aren't too fond of, then guess what? You start working to improve those areas. Speaking positive affirmations over yourself. And I've spoken about this before. It's been almost 2 years now since I started speaking positive affirmations over myself. And that's basically focusing on everything positive about me and acknowledging those things, and also acknowledging the things about me that I desire to be, that maybe I'm not there yet, but I speak them into existence as if they are. So when I wake up in the morning, I tell myself I'm beautiful. I tell myself you are positive, you are loving, you are prosperous, you are successful, you are bold, you are confident. Like, I just speak these positive things about myself to remind myself of who I am. Because sometimes we forget. It's all about believing. Like, everything starts within the mind. Once you start hearing yourself repeat these things over and over, you start believing them. And when you start believing in something, you start acting on those beliefs. So even if you don't feel beautiful, the more you tell yourself that you are beautiful, guess what? You start looking better. You start smelling better. You all around trying to live your best life. You're trying to live up to the best you that you possibly can. In today's society, like, if you really want to succeed in life, you have to be assertive. If it wasn't for me having the opportunities that I have and to be able to sit on a platform and voice my opinions, my thoughts, and do what I do, I probably wouldn't even be on social media. I wouldn't be nothing. I would be so comfortable being in my own space, enjoying my own private life. But because I do want to succeed in life and I do want to go places, this is something that I became one with, that I had to do. It was a must. I think that out of all the people in the world, the people who really don't get it, don't understand in most cases, are extroverts. Extroverts naturally gravitate towards the crowd. They have no problems with going and speaking their mind and just having fun and just doing things. I remember my friend, she is definitely an extrovert. Like, we can't even go in Walmart. Like, this child, she's gonna stop every person we see. Like, every person we see, she knows them. And I'm usually like standing off to the side like, awkward, you know, but that's just her. She has no problem. It's something that I do admire. And I remember how it was one particular time I was with her and she ended up saying, can you run in there and do something? She wanted me to run in the building and do something. Now, mind you, it's already a super long line of people waiting on the outside. She was like, can you just run in there and go do it? And I'm like, no. Like, what? No, I'm not going in there. Like, are you crazy? It's just not that easy. It's not. I could be fully dressed up, like fully dressed up, feeling like I'm just looking fabulous, but girl, bye. I still get around people and it's just like my inner child takes over. It's like there's a little voice in me that grows with anxiety and just want to run away. I think that this step right here is what really helped me get to the point that I am at now. And that is faking it till you make it. I remember when I was younger, my mom, she would always like move me and my younger sister around from school to school, state to state. And it was like, oh my gosh, the embarrassment of it all. And I'll never forget, I was telling my mom, I'm like, I'm so embarrassed. And she was like, you know what? She said, when you act embarrassed, you are embarrassed. She said, don't even think about it. And I'll never forget that. And it's so funny that I'm saying this because I tell my kids this all the time. And I'm like, do y'all not realize that when you tell yourself that you're embarrassed, you are? There's been so many times where I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed or whatever. Don't you know, now I've learned to pull out my cell phone, act like I'm talking. And I'll act like I'm talking. Or, you know, I will pull out my phone and, you know, get on some apps or whatever just to distract me from realizing that I'm awkward and I should be embarrassed. There used to be a time where I couldn't do anything on my own. Social settings, nope. I had to have someone with me. Now, I'm gonna say just about a few weeks ago, I was feeling kind of exhausted, and you know what? I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna take myself out. And I got dressed up, took myself out. Like, it's good to go out and hang out with your friends, and you know, it's just the more the merrier. But if I have the urge to just go and just do it, I go. I don't wait on nobody. Like I said, a few weeks ago, when I went out by myself, I was sitting at a table, just listening to the music, and I remember thinking how proud I am of myself. Like, you may not be where you want to be right now, but you've done a pretty darn good job. And I had to literally pat myself on the back on the inside. I do realize that I've overcome a lot within this past year, within these past couple of months. Me starting my own business, oh my gosh, that was such a struggle for me. Like, nobody understood that either. People would say, why don't you just start it? What's so hard about it? You've been paying for this and paying for that. Like, why not just do it? And it just wasn't that easy. You deserve to be heard just like anyone else. Once you come to that understanding, you realize just how important your voice is. You may not speak as loud as the next person, but your voice should be just as big. And that's something that I learned. Like, nice people, we don't always eat first. We live in a very selfish world. So sometimes in life, if you want to be taken seriously, you have to use your big voice. And I'm not gonna lie, it took me years to get to the point of using my big voice. Once I realized how important it was, you know, sometimes I use my big voice when I shouldn't, just because I demand respect. I want to be heard. And I feel like when I'm super nice and I'm like being my calm, nice self, people will take advantage of that. You gonna judge me? Oh well, I may never see you again. Bye. That's my mindset now. So these are just a few quick tips on what I've done and what I'm doing to come outside of my comfort zone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. If you like what you see, go ahead and click that subscribe button and also the thumbs up button. All right, y'all be blessed. Bye.